Hi everyone, Jenny here. I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough of my brand new Get Out More hike planner and just show you kind of what's in here. Because sometimes it's a little weird. You're like buying a digital product and you're like, what is even in this? How will I use it? So I just wanted to show you that quick. And I also wanted to mention that I built this out of the tools that I have used for years to make it easier and reduce the barriers for me personally to get out on more hikes. So let's walk through that. The first page is just what's in here. It tells you how to print it if you want to, how to share it with your hiking partner, or your partner at home who maybe you don't hike with, but be like, hey, this is my plan. Um, so that's what's on this first page. And this will be your own document in your own Google Drive. When you get it, you'll be prompted to make a copy and then you can edit it however you want once you have it. All right. I'm going to start actually with the ideas tab, which this is where you can keep track of hikes that you are interested in doing someday. Or maybe you hear about it or you see a post on Instagram or you're listening to my podcast and you're like, hey, next summer, I want to remember to do this. You can stick it in here. The cool thing is you can sort by elevation gain or number of miles, low to high or high to low. If you want to do that, you can just leave it random, however you want to do it. Mine is just like a list that I add to, but sometimes I go through there and I sort by distance or elevation gain. You can keep track of other things there. There's also more of a journaly version of this that is not a chart. So you can, the same kind of information, you can decide which one you want to use, or maybe you want to use both. All right. So when you're ready to make an actual plan, I usually only use the plan for things that are going to happen in the next month or maybe two. So I'll bring things from my idea list over here. So you can put in what you want to do, a backup plan. I would really encourage you to not think about this like a to-do list, but more like a plan. Like, hey, next Saturday, I don't want to be trying to figure out what hike I'm going to do. I already want to have an idea of what hike I'm going to do. And that could be right here. But maybe I'll change it. Maybe based on weather, that hike doesn't make sense, or just my energy level or other things that are going on. No problem. That is what is very cool about Google Docs is you can just make changes very easily. You can add rows, you can subtract rows, you can add columns, you can subtract columns. It's great. If you want to keep track of the hikes you have done, you can do that here on the log page. I also have a recommendation for a paper journal. I actually use a combination of paper and an electronic log for my hikes personally. And I love Bright Beta Company. It's not the paper one is not mine, but it's one that I use. It's really good. Okay, a couple other things I wanted to show you that are in here. One is an emergency plan. It's very simple. It's who is my contact person and just a reminder that I always need to tell them where I'm going and what I want them to do if I don't come back, which is to call 911 and say you're reporting overdue hiker. And all of that is in here. Okay, I also have a list of things that I bring hiking. So for me, packing and getting material objects together in a backpack is a huge barrier. So what I do is I keep as many things as possible in the pack. That's the list here. And then I have these things in the middle column that I add the day of. And I actually have this on a lanyard that hangs on my backpack. So when I go to get my backpack, it says, you need to add water, food, an extra layer, your phone, stuff like that. And then finally over here, these are optional things that I bring that you definitely don't need to get started. So, but there might be things that might help you. So I wanted to include those. And then finally, there's a tab with additional resources. It's got some of my articles, so you can quickly find them. It's also got resources to some of my favorite guidebooks. So that's what's in here. Enjoy. If you feel like it'd be helpful for you, pick it up, and I'd love to hear what you think. Bye.